Yeah. Big Baby JTV. Like, comment, sub. Let's talk about it, man. Lil Tjay, man. Lil Tjay in critical emergency conditions. It's been reported, right? So I'm reading this article from TMZ, right? It says rapper Lil Tjay is undergoing emergency surgery after being shot. TMZ has learned. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ TJ was shot just after midnight in the Edgewood, New Jersey. We're told at the time of the post the rapper is in surgery. The extent of the wounds and his conditions have not been revealed. We're told that there were two shooting sites, one at the Chipotle restaurant and another at a nearby Exxon gas station. The victim of the Chipotle restaurant was shot several times, and the victim of the Exxon was shot once. We do not know the identity of the second victim. The suspect or suspects are still at large and police are on a hunt. So far, the motives are unknown. The incident went down in the middle of the night Wednesday in Edgewater, New Jersey. Now, they had an update around 10 a.m. which said, a source tells us TJ is out of surgery and appears to be doing better, but he's still not out of the woods. Now, I'm a big fan of Hassan Campbell, and Hassan Campbell actually knows the mother of Lil Tjay because TJ is from the Bronx, right? So is Hassan Campbell. And basically Hassan said he's out of surgery, he's feeling a bit better, but it's going to be at least 3 weeks of recovery. They shot this man in the lungs, meaning that what's going to happen is Lil Tjay could have a situation like Beanie Siegel, right? So Beanie Siegel was shot in Philly, hit in the lungs, hit in the chest. He almost died a few years ago, and it affected his voice. The way Beanie raps now, he can barely, he doesn't sound like the old Beanie Siegel, right? You have individuals like 50 Cent who were able to somehow recover after getting shot 9 times and still rap. Of course, 50 doesn't rap how he used to rap before he got shot, right? And then you have individuals, for my Canadian people, right? Like Robin Banks. Robin Banks was shot up, I think, like 7-8 times in a club in Toronto, right? Been in a wheelchair since. He made a kind of comeback type rap thing, but it wasn't the same. He was in a wheelchair, right? For life. He's not disabled for life, right? The fact that they had to do emergency surgery on Lil Tjay tells me everything I have to know. This dude was near death. He was near death's door, right? And we have to stop. Let's start with this. I'm gonna start saying this. I believe that this was a setup. I believe this was a setup. From the information we have so far, I believe this was a setup. The fact that 2 people were shot, right? The fact that it was 2 locations close to each other. The fact that it was a Chipotle and a gas station, right? Tells me everything I need to know. This sounds like a setup. This sounds like somebody in TJ's camp set him up to get killed. Do we know the motives? No, not yet. Do we know why? No, not yet. But somebody or a group of people in his camp hate this little boy. He's 21 years old. He's a young kid, man. He's trying to make it out the hood. He's made it out the hood, actually. Making great music, great songs. Really starting his career. Who knows how high he can go, right? But with individuals like this, with rats in your camp, willing to take a chance of trying to set you up to get killed, it discourages me, man. It discourages me because the biggest threat to black people is not the police. It's not white supremacy. It's nothing like that. It's other niggas. It's other black people. It's other black men. Literally black. I guarantee you it's black men who did this to him. Now the thing is, we salute the Boozy clip, the Boozy quote that people get hypnotized with hatred, so you have to leave your own city. Well, TJ was not in his own city. He was in New Jersey, very close to New York. He was not in the Bronx, where he was originally from. He was in Edgewater, I believe, New Jersey. Now I'll say this, New Jersey is not a place to play with. But I did my research, and Edgewater is not like some super thug ghetto ass. It's not the hood. So if somebody or a group of people are bold enough to shoot you in a Chipotle, to shoot you in a gas station, in an affluent neighborhood or a middle class neighborhood, it means they didn't give a F. it means that this was pure hate, pure evil. This reminds me of when FBG Duck got killed. Broad daylight, in the middle of a, popular commercial place in Chicago, right? They wanted to RIP Lil Tjay. They wanted to make him a pack. They wanted to make him meet Jesus. They wanted to kill that boy. And why? Because it was planned. Because it's probably somebody in his team, his quote unquote homie, his quote unquote friend, who set him up. I guarantee you that's what happened, right? You don't just shoot somebody up over an argument in the middle of a Chipotle, bro. you have to have some long outstanding beef to do some crazy ish like that. Now look, I hope that Lil Tjay recovers. I hope he's straight. But envy and jealousy and hate, those things are not just in the hood. Those things are in the suburbs. Those things are in middle class neighborhood. Those things are in the White House. Those things are all over the planet, bro. And Lil Tjay had some snakes and rats in his camp who tried to set him up to get killed. And that's my theory. I hope he recovers, man. Prayers up to the homie, him and his family. Let's have some more Lil Tjay music, and I hope he recovers, man. Big Baby JTV, like, comment, sub, man. We gotta stop this hate in the black community, bro. I'm out, man.